So here I have a fantastic new book to show you. It's Painting Landscapes by Alison C. Board, a creative approach in watercolour and mixed media. It's just been published in 2026 by Search Press, and it's a paperback with 160 pages. Now, you may have seen a video that I made 6 years ago in 2020, a beginner's guide to watercolour with mixed media. This was Alison's first book. I absolutely loved it. I loved it so much I bought myself 2 copies, one to use and one to look beautiful on my bookshelf. And I'm actually going to buy another copy of Painting Landscapes because I really love this so much. I love painting landscapes, and this is just concentrates on all the elements in a landscape. So one thing I have to say before I actually open the book, I've actually been a huge fan of Alison's work since I saw her in an online tutorial around about 11 years ago. I was really impressed with her experimental style and her use of mixed media. And it was obvious to me how much Alison loves to create art, but also to teach art. She has a very friendly manner, a calm teaching methods. She just encouraged and inspired me so much. So I'm really happy to show this book to you. And I have to just add, Alison has not asked me to make this video. I have just made it because I love her work and I absolutely love her books. And I'm not going to show you every single page because Alison has put a lot of thought and 2 years of very hard work into compiling this book. So I'm just going to show you a few of the pages because if you like the book, I really want you to go and support Alison by buying your own copy. Buying a copy of an artist's book is the one way that we can support an artist, even if we cannot afford to buy a piece of original art. So let's have a look. Just slide you along here. Make sure we can see everything. So the first thing we see is Alison in the beautiful Dorset countryside taking photographs, and on this side the most lovely landscape here. So we have the introduction, inspired by the landscape, your materials, painting fundamentals, elements of the landscape, the jigsaw puzzle approach. So this is where Alison will encourage you to look at the different elements one thing at a time and not get overwhelmed by looking at the bigger picture. And then we have creative thinking, problem solving, pick and mix projects. So this is a really lovely section, and it's quite different to most of the projects you see because we've got the step by step, but we've also got 2 finished versions of each picture. So Alison will show you how to change things that you don't like and just alter things, and I just think this is really lovely. And with the pick and mix idea, Alison will encourage you, if you do one of her workshops, leave things out you don't like, add things you do like, make things your own. So let's have a look at the introduction here. Another lovely picture, so much beautiful texture here. Alison again in the beautiful countryside. Now throughout the book you'll see some of pages like this, boards. Inspiration, gathering and experimenting. So we're going to look at first of all the inspiration, how you get all your information, and then experimenting, and finally your painting. So they're very interesting little boards to have a look at to get ideas. So we'll skip through a few pages. There's another one there on a different subject. And I think we want to have a look at painting. Oh, here we've got some examples, interpreting Storm Burt with some step-by-steps there. And I want to show you this page, materials. Now on this page you'll see some paints here. Alison has her own watercolour collection, and I've got some of her paints here. The label's a bit different because this was the original label, and I think we maybe change the labels here, but a lovely selection of watercolours created by Mark Jackman from Jackman's Art Materials. So we've got all the basics that you're going to need. in this section. And then we have painting fundamentals. So this is perfect if you're new to painting, new to watercolour. You've got colour theory, landscape colour theory, which is perfect for a landscape book. I adore this picture. Look at this. A walk through the woods. And we'll have a look and see what else we've got. We've got mark making, which is always useful. There's another, creating the blue lagoon. Hills and mountains. Large bodies of water. I'm looking for a page in a minute to show you something. You find 98. Fingers don't want to work today, how disappointing. We have creative thinking. Now I think this is a wonderful picture as well, and it's so good that Alison is encouraging you to think creatively. So we've got creative language as well. And then if we move on another few pages, problem solving. Now this is a very helpful chapter because thinking around the problem. So whatever your problem might be, there will be a solution, and Alison is going to help you. And then we're going to move on another couple of pages to these lovely pick and mix projects. Alison looking very happy in the studio there. So we have first of all the poppies. Now in this one it says crystalline powder watercolour in poppy red. You may not know what that is, but it's poppy red, Jackman's Art Materials crystalline watercolour. Now this is little powder granules and you can use them in all different ways. Really excellent. I absolutely love the crystalline watercolours. I use them so much. So here's the first project, and there will be, as I mentioned, you've got all the steps and you've got 2 versions. And then we move on to the second project, and we don't need all the steps. The third project here, and that's a wonderful one as well. And I think this is absolutely lovely. Down End Snow. So there is version 1. So you've got all the steps for version 1. Then you've got version 2, and that is absolutely beautiful. And then you've got the final project. Again, 2 versions of that. And a conclusion. And then we have the back cover here. Now, this says an inspiring creative guide to painting the landscapes you love. So we've got take inspiration, learn watercolour painting fundamentals, featuring 24 creative exercises, think creatively and get painting. So I think with this book, Painting Landscapes, it's really going to help you to get creative. It's going to help you to think about your creativity. It's going to give you ideas on how to compile your projects. It's going to help you create a story about a location that holds significant memories to you or a special meaning. And it's really going to give you things to think about. So I think you're going to find plenty of techniques in here to help you experiment with watercolour and mixed media, and so much inspiration, and of course beautiful artwork from Alison. Now I really hope you love this book as much as I do. It's available from Search Press and other good bookshops, or you can get a signed copy direct from Alison on her website Learning to Paint. And she's got 3 different packages, so you can choose one that's in your price range. So I just love this book. I know I said I wouldn't keep saying it, but I really do. It's such a beautiful, inspirational book.